Welcome to the postgame press conference between Charlotte and Gardner-Webb. Joining us tonight, head coach Tomekia Reed, student athletes Hayleigh Breland and Jayla Kelly. Coach, we'll start with you, kind of opening statement. It felt like an emotional win for you guys. Tough night on Monday, bounce back. Everything seemed to click for you guys. Kind of what was your message to the team after the game?
Well, I'm really proud of our team. We are just trying to figure it out, and that has been our challenge, just really figuring it out and getting the players each to believe in themselves and to see them come together tonight. We changed the lineup. Everybody believed in their role and their position and where we were on the floor, and they believed in themselves, and they believed in the system, and they trusted each other, and they trusted me. And when you begin to see a team that can execute, trust the coach, trust each other, have fun playing, you begin to see a championship team. And that's what we want to build from. Our trouble has been playing through the valleys, and we have not been able to get outside of the valley. Every time I come sit before y'all, I say we got in the valley and couldn't get out of it. Well, tonight we got out of it several times. We're playing really tough teams that want to win as much as we do. And so I'm just proud of the girls that they were able to pull together and play together. 14 assists. They really shared the ball. They got after it, and I thought they played really disciplined tonight.
Coach, earlier in the season, before it started, a whole new team put together. Ask you about trying to learn, play together. What have you learned from this team, coaching them so far?
I went home the other night and I didn't sleep. I studied this team. I studied the team as a whole. I studied each player. I just made a commitment that I was going to get it. I was going to figure something out. And I learned that this is a very smart team who can do a whole lot more than what I was giving them. And so I just pushed it to myself to challenge them. We put new offenses in this week. We played a defense tonight that we've never played. And so that just shows our resilience, our toughness, and our smartness. And that's what I've learned about this team. They are extremely smart and can handle anything. We have champions on this team. We have experience on this team. I just got to let them show that experience and show what they can do.
For both players, what have you guys learned about your teammates so far?
I say that we actually deeply care about each other. When one person down, we don't let them stay down. We're always on them, pick it up. You're gonna believe in yourself. We believe in you. So it's just that, having that faith in your teammate and just growing together.
Yeah, I would say the same thing. We love each other on and off the court. So I think it was no surprise that we came together tonight. It was just, when is it going to happen? And, it takes time. It's a whole new team. But, yeah, we love each other. We care for each other. And just displaying that on the court, which we did tonight.
Hayleigh, you got 30 points tonight. How'd that feel out there on the court, getting all those points?
It feels amazing. I thank God. I thank my teammates, my coaches. They believed in me. I've been down on myself before. I've been up. I've been down, like Coach said, in the valley before. Just that belief that they have in me, and that gives me the strength and courage to believe in myself. And I know I could do it, and they knew I could do it. So that's just simple.
Coach, how's it feel knowing you have a 30-point scorer next to you tonight?
Oh, my goodness. Woo! It feels amazing. I'm just really proud of her. This is a player that almost didn't come here to Charlotte with me because she didn't play for me her freshman year. She got very few minutes her sophomore year. And I had to keep her together, and I had to tell her, when it's your time, you're going to have to show out. And I got to get you prepared for that moment. And when she came on her visit, she said, Coach, I don't want to come all the way up here and sit on your bench. And I said, you won't. You've earned this. And this is what she's doing. She earned it. And I'm just extremely proud of her that she stayed tough and she stayed mentally tough and she stayed right here with me. She's been playing good. She's been really solid. Even the games that she hadn't had a lot of points, she's still been solid. And she just created for her teammates. And she pushes her teammates, and she encourages her teammates. And, and I'm just really proud of them. And I'm excited for Jay, too, coming off the bench. Some players go from the starting lineup to the bench, they tank it. They give up. And she didn't. She came out and she said, you know what, I was able to see the game from a different perspective. And that's why she came in and played hard.
Speaking of her, she drew 8 fouls, I believe, and was hitting her free throws. What does that mean? Not only be able to get to the line, but be able to hit the shots.
It's been a long time coming. I tell you, we've been 50%, 60%, and to see tonight 80% from the free throw line and you're big knocking them down, I'm just really proud of her. Also, her turnovers are down. She's been averaging 4 or 5 turnovers a game. So that's down as well. So she's just playing smart right now, and I'm just really happy for her in the game that she had tonight.
Did you have a different approach tonight?
I think just being able to watch the game for a second, it did help me, but my approach was still to come out with energy. They want me to rebound more, so I took that personally. But that was my approach: come out, play hard, come with energy, help that second string just get more production. So that was my thought process.
I love that.
Coach, the season high so far was 5 3-pointers, hit 8 tonight. Really high percentage from that. What do you see for the 3-point ball falling tonight?
You said, what do I see? I challenged my coaches last game. I said, you guys, I thought we recruited shooters, and they said we did, they all night, we text all night in our group text, and they were saying, Coach the feet not set, Coach the bad pass. I said, y'all making a lot of excuses. We got to put this ball in the basket. They took it personal. My guard coaches broke the film down, brought the players in, and they saw it. They saw their mistakes. They saw how their feet aren't set. They saw how important a good pass is. And they were determined to come in and shoot the ball better tonight. So I just hope that effort doesn't change, that everybody stay locked in. Our coaches could keep making that commitment to be with our players. Even our post coach, watch film with the post players, showing them not getting rebounds. And so everything that we took time to watch, and the girls corrected.
Going into halftime, Gardner-Webb was on, I think, a 7-0 run. Halftime, team scored, I think, over 50 points. What did you see from the offense for you guys in that second half?
I just saw determination. Our players told me what they wanted to run, and we were just looking for the weak spots in Gardner-Webb, and we wanted to expose those. And our players were locked in. When you got players running off the floor to the huddle telling you, Coach, I can take her, Coach, come to me, draw it up, and so they can run it and execute it. And that's what they did, We wanted to put the ball in Hayleigh's hand as much as we could, and and she did a great job with it. And when the time she didn't score, she was creating for others. So we talked to our players. The last few minutes of the second quarter, we didn't score at all, and we talked about that. So our coaches kept our strong players on the floor as much as possible, and we really looked to execute our offense. And I told the players we don't have to have quick shots, execute, and they trusted the system and the plan.
Jayla, sorry, I was so loud. Jayla, after the Presbyterian game, you were up here and you were mentioning the conditioning and mentioning the high pace of play, from Coach Reed, and you mentioned that, you guys would pick up your feet eventually, get more into game shape. Do you feel like you've improved over the last 5 or 6 games to start the season?
Yeah, I do feel like it. Yeah, just being playing, there's nothing like playing a game. We could practice, we could run, but there's nothing like playing that game. And I personally feel like, I feel like we all have our pace is showing up better. We're getting out in the court, and we're making better decisions. I think we can play fast, and then we'll make bad decisions. That hasn't happened, especially tonight. So I do think that's gotten a lot better.
Hayleigh, obviously a great night for you. Did you feel, confident during shoot-around before the game? Did you feel like this was going to be a good night for you?
Oh, yeah, for sure. I'm always confident. I mean, I know it's bound to happen. I work really hard, and I'm like Coach said, I'm on my teammates, pushing them. It's not about me. I always say it's about the team. We got to get this team going. I couldn't have done this without the team, and I'm just grateful for them and thankful.
Coach, we kind of alluded to it, but the third quarter, didn't score the last few minutes of the second quarter. Third quarter, Gardner-Webb got out to a 7 or 8-0 run, kind of builded their lead. We called timeout. Game really changed after that point. Was there any adjustments in particular that changed the course of the game?
Yeah, I mean, they kept scoring in the paint. We hadn't really worked on our zone defense, and I said, you know what? It's insane for us to just keep up the same type of defense. And so we brought them in. I called a timeout, put them in a zone that they hadn't worked on, and they executed their zone defense. And I told them, yeah, we are all out of options right now. You just got to play basketball. And they communicated, they talked, they rotated. I mean, they had pressure on the ball. They were right where they needed to be. And I think, Gardner-Webb wasn't ready for that zone.
Awesome. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.